Why? Why is the world fatter, sicker, weaker, unhealthier, more depressed, more overweight than it's ever been? And if, like me, you're an exercise professional, a leader, a parent, a teacher, a coach, and the only one of those I'm not is a parent, but surely as a parent, you wouldn't want your kids to grow up in a world that's getting fatter and sicker and weaker and more diseased and more depressed. So how do we get that way? There seems to be a lot of talk about curing, and curing usually involves lots of medication, pharmaceutical intervention, lots of doctors and specialists. But I always like to go backwards and say, why did we get here in the first place? When we were a fitter, stronger, healthier, leaner, happier society, what were we doing differently than what we're doing now? And the now, let's have a look. When was the last time you got outside in the fresh air and sunshine and you weren't in a city? So if, like me, you live in rural, there's something very special about fresh air that doesn't have cars attached to it. It doesn't have lots of people attached to it. Now, whatever country you live in, there's always a place in that country where you can get away from. You can go to the beach, you can go to the mountains, you can even go to a park. A lot of big cities have big parks in the middle of them, which have trees, of course, and grass and dirt, and on a beautiful day, sunshine. But the thing is about that beautiful day, it doesn't matter what's going on with the weather, above the clouds there's always sunshine, and the sun can penetrate through the clouds, so you can still get sun on your skin. And it seems that we've slapped our way into not getting sun on our skin, not getting fresh air. And I've got this beautiful breeze on my face. I'm not sure if you can hear the wind. That feeling of cold, it's really cold here this morning. It's been below zero. My pondal's been frozen. So I've got fresh air, sunshine, cold breeze, and no people and no noise. And then, particularly if you live in a rural area, there's more things that are fresh and real. So I buy real honey, real fresh fruit and vegetables, real eggs. And I know there's no such thing as a fake egg, but the eggs that I buy are from an honesty box where the person's got chooks in their backyard running around. Those chooks lay eggs. They put those eggs in a box and we go buy them. And I'm sharing all of that with you because is it possible that the world has become fat, sick, weak, diseased, depressed because the things that we used to do that kept us healthy, fit and strong, we just don't do them anymore? We have a giggle in the country because people here just don't go to the gym because they're active, because there's mountains, because there's hard work to do, because it's cold. The human body here has to work hard. It has to work hard to stay warm. In the summer, it has to work bloody hard to stay cool because it's really hot. People hunt, they fish, they hike, they bike, which means their body's constantly under stress, which means it's very difficult, very, very difficult to be overweight. Now, the other interesting thing, and I hear this from parents all the time, teachers, stop running around, be quiet, sit down. Well, the beautiful thing about the country is that kids here don't sit down, they always run around, they make lots of noise, and they're running around in the cold and in the hot. They're running around barefoot. I'm not saying that's good or bad, but they just do, which means the kids here have really strong feet. It seems that we've become a weak society, weak as human beings, because we don't put our body under pressure. We live in large groups where everything is designed to be easy. Escalators, elevators. I get blown away. I hate going to the airport because at the airport there's those escalators that go along the ground. It's like humans don't even know how to walk anymore. They have to stand still and let a machine take them along the ground. Surely we've got to understand that there's a consequence to that, yeah? If you don't do anything, if you eat crappy, highly processed food that's not natural, and I'm not talking about whether you should be a vegan, vegetarian or a carnivore or anything in between, is it possible that one of the best ways to eat is to eat less food that's been screwed with by a machine or by a human process? If it's come directly from an animal or it is an animal and there's been less processing and less chemicals and less additives and less preservatives, surely that's going to be better for our human body than to eat something that comes in a packet in a bag and it's been highly processed. Now that's all a decision that you get to make. But my question is always this, what about our kids? Our kids are now growing up in a world where it's become very normal to be overweight, to be sick and to be diseased. And we seem to be making it even more normal for them every day. If you go outside in winter, you're going to get cold and then you'll get a flu. So here, take an antibiotic or take a pill, powder or potion. Because if somebody gets sick, we take them to the doctor. And the doctor very rarely, if ever, says get outside, get fresh air, get sunshine, vitamin D, put some vitamin C into your body that comes from a natural source, and let's live as a natural human being. And I don't want to be a hairy underarm weirdo person, because a lot of people say, oh, that's just, the hippies live like that. I live in the South Island of New Zealand in the country by choice. And this is where Max comes in. Max is all about be healthy, fit and strong for the rest of your life and help other people to do the same. Make sure you have a career or business that you love so you can be financially free, so you can have great relationships, especially the relationship that you have with yourself. But my question is always this: if you're weak and unhealthy, how can you feel good about yourself? If you're weak and unhealthy, how can you have a career or business that you love and be good at it? Because you'll be tired and lethargic and have no energy to do what you want to do, which means you won't be financially free because you won't be good at what you do. So to me, it's a whole big, beautiful conglomeration of awesomeness, which is get healthy, fit and strong. So you've got a healthy, fit, strong brain so you can choose the career path or the business that you want so you can be financially free. You can live wherever you want to. And if you live in the city, if you want to live in an apartment on the top of a penthouse apartment in the middle of the city and overlook the lights of the city at night, should we be aware that fresh air and sunshine and clean air are still really important? And that moving is still really important. If you live in the 30th floor of a building, would it be a really good idea to forget that building's got a lift and or an elevator and to use the stairs? We put my mother into an apartment by the beach on the Gold Coast in Australia. We took her out of a retirement village where she was getting old really fast because she was surrounded by old people. We put her on a high story of an apartment building on the Gold Coast next to the beach, and she wasn't allowed to use the lift, wasn't allowed to use the elevator. She had to go up and down the stairs. And my mother got younger and younger and fitter and stronger as she got older. Surely that's exciting. So whatever you're doing in your life right now, if you want to be fit, if you want to be strong, if you want to be healthy, please don't think that you have to, as you get older, get fat, sick, weak and diseased. And please, if you're a coach, if you're a teacher, if you're a leader, if people are looking at you for living the example of being healthy, fit and strong, particularly our kids, wouldn't it be nice for them to know that they don't have to grow up in a world where getting fat, sick, old, overweight, diseased is a normal thing? I live in a world now in the country where being 80 and 90 years of age and still running your farm and still being fit, strong and active is completely normal, which means the kids get to see that. The kids who live here get to see their grandma and grandpa who are still running the farm, who are still healthy, fit and strong. They're still eating real eggs and real fruit and vegetables, and they're getting dirty and getting fresh air and sunshine, and that's normal. So consequently, we have much less case of obesity, much less case of sickness and disease, and that's easy for me to say I live in the country. But if you have a career or business that you love and you become financially free, you too can choose where you want to live. And there's plenty of beautiful places in the world that mean you don't have to live in a city if you don't want to. And if you do live in a city, how about we think about what do I need to do to make sure that my body doesn't rot away because I'm breathing in crappy air and I'm not getting fresh air and sunshine and grass and living naturally. I'm only asking because I would love our kids to be healthy, fit and strong and to love their life every single day. And if they don't have somebody that's living the example for them, this is just a personal thing, but I come in contact with kids all the time. We've got a martial arts school where our youngest student is 4 and we have a stack of little kids. And I love that I'm an old lady. I'm much older than their parents, and certainly a lot of their grandparents I'm older than, but I'm fitter and stronger and healthier than pretty much everybody. And I'm sharing that with you not to brag, but to express how exciting it is to see the look on little kids' faces when you can do push-ups and jump squats and you can skip really fast and you can punch the bag and you can kick the bag and kids can see that you're healthy, fit and strong even though you're older than their grandparents. I want to be the living example for the people in my life of being healthy, fit and strong. How about you? So I'm begging, and I always do, this is my begging position. If you want to be healthy, fit, strong, happy, energetic, lean and disease-free, you can be. You just have to make the choice. So I beg, please choose to be happy, healthy, fit and strong, living your life to the max. Super duper doo, how are you? Living my life to the max. Woohoo! Look at that. Woohoo! Living in the country.